What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy FBAFTERMATH. Check it out. Today, I want to talk about what you want to train as and what you should be training as. And you know, I'm gonna be totally honest. This is my 100% opinion on training and how I perceive the body should be over what people want just for long-term reasons, and the feel of, you know, evolution, how we're supposed to be built and perform, and that's the key word of today: performance. And what I want to talk about is, what are you training for? What are the things you are training for? Are you training to be a bodybuilder? Are you training to be, you know, a performance athlete? Are you training, you know, just for good looks and health? And you know, out of the things you're training for, what are the most important aspects of that training? What are your most important things when it comes to that training? And out of my opinion, one thing that I would cut out, you know, if let's say I have you know, performance training, bodybuilding, CrossFit, you know, physique training, and what was the fifth one? What was the fifth one? Give me a fifth one. Give me a fifth one. Let's do swimming. You know, training to be a swimmer. I have 5 things, right? Out of those 5 things, realistically, what would I keep? If I had to give up, I have to give up 2 things out of those 5. All right. First thing I would give up is bodybuilding. Second thing I would give up is physique training, because in life they have no benefit for me. You know, there is no, for me to be a big ass, you know, bodybuilder, there's no reason for me to be that, because it's not going to help me survive, and it's not going to make me, you know, better performance wise, which is performance is one of the key things of training. CrossFit is another thing that I would keep, you know, out of those 5 things, because if I have more options, I'll think about more options that could be canceled out. But you have to think about, you know, CrossFit and swimming, so I'm gonna, you know, close it out. You have to think about how, let's put the word like this: be the hunter or the hunted. Let's say we are in a apocalypse world where it's, you know, we kind of are, but just it's covered by the you know, everything else, the beauty, the landscape. You know, we are in a covered apocalypse world where it's man versus man, you know, period, and it's survival of the fittest. And those things, being a physique guy or a bodybuilder, you're probably going to get killed first. You are no longer the hunter, you are the hunted, you know, and you know, these people will be out first. It's, you have to, I like to think of training like, how, if I was in the old era, how would I want to train? You know, how, you know, I have to provide for my family, you know, and I'm hunting saber-tooth tigers, raptors, whatever, and I need to be as elite as possible. Elite as possible. That's why being an athlete, a CrossFitter, even a swimmer, are great benefits to, you know, who I become, you know, all around. I become a whole package, and I'm lean, I'm powerful, I'm explosive, I can be silent. You can be a freaking ninja. You can have these 3 things and still be a ninja, you know, and be a bomb ass hunter. And you want ability. You need abilities. Don't let, you know, if you still want to be like the physique model, the bodybuilding, don't let go of the key factors to the body, which is your performance. Don't let go of those things. Don't get so caught up in the look that you forget what the body is meant for. These guys that are shredded all year, like you think are shredded all, like you don't, I mean, you just can't. I'm for a fact not shredded all year round. I'm never shredded at all, to be honest. I'm just kind of like, if I just so happen to be eating right and looking good, you know, sometime, then I take advantage of that and take photos of it, but I'm not like that, you know, year round. It just so happened to happen. And some majority of the time I don't even mean for it to happen. It just does like that. But don't lose of what the human body was meant to be like, and that is to be a hunter. You know, to have a body of survival, to adapt. You need to be able to adapt to, you know, whatever it is, you know, environment, the weather, you know, life, you know, adaptability. And I see a lot of young people losing sight of what's more important, especially long term. Long term, this is more important. That's why when I see these bodybuilders or, you know, fitness guys that are beefed up and, like, you know, shredded and jacked, and they talk about cardio and conditioning, like, no, you don't tell people to not train your internal body. That's something that you do not do, because that is a key factor of longevity and health in this life. And you need to condition yourself. You need to train, you know, your heart, your lungs. You have to train these things, and you need to push yourself. And I hate when people, like, I'm trying to push my girlfriend now because she kind of panics when she feels like she's tired or like she's about to pass out. And I'm like, you know, it's hard for me to understand where she's coming from, because in Texas, we were forced to train our asses off. There was no catching your breath, really. You know, they gave us our 10 seconds, and once that whistle blew, it was time to go. It don't matter how tired you are, you better be pushing your ass regardless of how much air you're trying to gasp in. And at the end, we're just, you know, breathing for air, trying to get it. But how much better we got, and how much better I felt. Even though I was dying after the conditioning, I felt so much better because I knew my internal bodies was getting the work it needed, and it's going to take me, you know, a long way, and it has, because it got me here. And, you know, being the person that I am, different from other fitness people, and, you know, the sports and performance conditioning stuff that I do, the high intensity stuff, these are needed. You need these things. It's instinct. It's survival. You have to have these things in your arsenal. Don't be sluggish. You know, there was one time where I got too big. And too big to me was, you know, anything past 230 right now in my eyes now is too big, because simply walking around, my breathing, you could hear my breathing. I could be like on the phone or blah blah blah, and every step I take was like, I don't need that. I don't need that. I need to be able to control my breathing, you know, throughout the whole day. And I don't want to be sounding dumb or husky. Or not dumb, I mean, just I don't want to be sounding husky and things like that. And you have to realize these things. You have to realize where your health is going, and don't get off track with it. But, you know, the main point of this conversation is for me just to, you know, reconnect in your mind what are the key things in your training that you know, need to keep regardless of where you're headed, you know. And you know, I have a lot of bodybuilder fans and physique guys, and, you know, this really are in teenagers and stuff, and this really hits you guys, because I really hope that regardless of that path, you are still taking care of your performance. And don't let nobody say that all cardio is stupid, blah blah blah. I get those jokes, you know, it's a fitness thing, whatever, but don't take that serious. It's just a joke, and it's a must. Even a power lifter, it's a must. Cardio conditioning is a must to survive long term and to be seen as a hunter. So, every time you train from now on, I want you to think, do I want to be the hunter or the hunted? Y'all have a good one. Appreciate you. Make sure you sub to the channel, and more videos to come. Much love.